Hello. Today we will use the remote provisioning engine to create a custom HTML viewer for document library like this one. So using the remote provisioning engine, we'll create two document libraries, one called photos and the other one called scripts. The scripts one will host or will actually contain the JavaScript file that renders the view itself. So let's first go to this. This is the Git repository that we will use. Contains the Visual Studio extension. What I will do is I'm going to create a directory called test. I'm going to test, and then I'm going to clone the Git repository into the test. Okay. So this Git repository contains a Visual Studio add-in. This Visual Studio add-in we will use to create our provisioning sequence. So now I'm fetching the Visual Studio solution. Let's go and navigate to test here. There we go. Done. So what we will do is we will open this one. And what you need to do is you need to build the solution. Once we build the solution, you can take this extension and install it. I'll just run free. I already installed it, so it will tell me that this will already installed. So what you need to do is you need to close the solution, and now we will create a SharePoint add-in. Create a new project, and it's a SharePoint app for SharePoint. We'll keep it as it is, SharePoint app 8, I don't care now. And it will connect to this tenant. Now it asks for my credentials for the tenant. And now I'm trying to connect. There's something wrong. Okay. Just typing my password again. Let's see. Yeah, it was the password. So now I'm gonna click finish, and Visual Studio will create my project, which is the SharePoint add-in for me. Okay. So if you watch my previous video, you will see that this can be accomplished by just right-clicking this and just clicking on Enable Remote Provisioning, and a special web template project will be created for us, consists of the necessary code that we need to use in order to create the SharePoint artifacts. So if you go to your remote provisioning folder, which is we just cloned from GitHub, there is a folder called samples. We will use the image viewer samples, which is basically consists of these folders. So the provisioning sequence, which is basically the steps of our provisioning. Here our web project is being created. What I will do is I will open it in Explorer here, and I will just copy everything here under this folder. So it will ask me I need to replace the provisioning sequence. I said yes, because the provisioning sequence that is created for us, it was empty provisioning sequence. Now I need to add these folders, included into the project. And let's see. So what we have here, a bunch of CSS image and JavaScript. Under a folder we call 15. We have some images here, and under folder called images we have two lists we created and two file copy operations and one view definition, and here one file also to be copied. Let's see the provisioning sequence. So we have we have 5. This is 4 and this is 5. So we have 5 actions. First action is we will create a list defined in this file, which is scripts, which will have the name called scripts. It's a document library of base 101. Picture libraries is the same. We have a definition here of a document library. It will be called photos, and we'll use this one to create the view. And then after that, we'll have two file copy operations. That means we will copy some files from view scripts into scripts, which is basically this folder. We'll copy this file and put it into the scripts list. And the second file copy operation, it will be I'm copying the image files into the picture library. And at the end, we will have the view operation, which is I'm telling now that I'm going to create a view of name image viewer in the list photos, and it has only two fields, and this is the link of the JavaScript, which is a reference to the scripts library, document library, and make it a default view, and the toolbar will be standard, and view type is 1, which is HTML view. Okay, what we will need to do now is we need to publish this application. So I'm going to publish it. In order to publish it, I need a publishing profile, and I believe I already downloaded a publishing profile for my Azure website. I think it's already published, but again, I will go here, and I have it here. Then I need a client ID and secret, which is also, I believe I have it in a text file here. So how to get the client ID and secret? You can just go to seller dashboard. Using your domain, you can easily get a client ID and client secret. So let's say finish. So now we can deploy the web application. I'll just go back and change one settings here, and I'll publish. So now the files have been copied to the web application in Azure, which is called remoteprovisioning.azurewebsite.net. It will take a while to copy the files. Okay, so let's take a look at the image viewer JavaScript. It's basically register some scripts which we use to, and some CSS classes, and then this will have a header for the images, have this HTML, and we have these footer, and for each image we'll have a default folder image. If it's actually a folder, it would be rendered as a folder, or it would be rendered as is. We'll also assume this is, again, it's a prototype. We assume that this will only contain images. So if it's a PDF or something, it will not look nice. And that's basically it. So let's go back to the output and see the build here. So we're updating the files. We have to wait. Let's go to the SharePoint here. I actually removed the app. So now if you go to site content, refresh, we will not see photos and scripts libraries. Almost done. Go back, so here it's clean. What we'll do is we'll publish the app and upload it here. I'm just waiting for that. And now the publish succeeded. What we need to do is I'm going back to publish, and I will choose package the app. It will ask me which domain. I'm just adding an S here at HTTPS. Click finish. It will take no time. It's publishing into my file system. Then I need to upload the app here. So it's called SharePoint App 8. Choosing the file, SharePoint App 8, and then click OK. Waiting for the app to get uploaded, and here we go. The app has been uploaded here. So what I will do is I will add a new app in my site collection here. It's a developer site collection, and I can see SharePoint 8 here, so I'm going to click on it. So I'm going to trust it, and let's see what this app will do. So again, here the app, as you add the app, it will call the remote event receiver of the app installed, which is, we just published this to Azure website, which is called remoteprovisioning.azurewebsite.net. sites.net, and it will actually go through the provisioning sequence and it will create the artifacts. So now what we will do is we will create, this is another one here, the provisioning sequence. We'll create these two libraries, we'll copy these two files, and then we'll create the view. Let's go back here and see if the app is actually doing anything. Let's refresh. Okay, so we have the scripts and the photos, okay, created, and the app has been successfully installed. So what we need to do is just to click on the photos and see how it look like. So now it's all documents. Let's go to image viewer. And here it is. So now that's the folder. If we click on it, it will drill down. This folder consists of 4 images, which is we copied in the file copy operation. So we did not write a single line of code. It's just a bunch of XML files we added to our solution. And here it is. Here is the new image viewer view of the document library. So basically all these files is just a bunch of CSS and image and JavaScript for our jQuery plugin. This is the file copy operations, and this is the images being copied to the image library. This is the definitions of the lists, and this is the definition of the view, and this is the code we actually wrote, which is the image view JavaScript. So let's take a quick look at it. That's it. One thing that when you deploy that, just remember to just change this to the URL that you actually posted. Okay, and I hope you learned something from this video. Happy SharePointing. Bye bye.